there, welcome to VCode's 100 Days of Coding Challenge. Today is day 25 and let's see the question number 1. So the question given is, write a Java program that finds the maximum element in an array of integers. The program should use a user-defined function named findMax to perform this task. The function should take the array as input and return the maximum element. So the function description is the return type must be integer and the name of the function is findMax. The input is integer array. So that is written here, input format and returns. So we are given with a sample input. If this sample input is this array, then the output is the maximum element, which is 15. So in this program, we basically need to create a function which will take an array as input and give us the maximum value in the array. So let's find out how to do it, and let's also recall what is an array. So array is a data structure, we already know that, but what kind of data structure it is? So what type of elements does it store? So let's suppose you have around 10 friends of yours and you want to store their names. So basically how we do in Java, we create a variable of the format string, and you will store your friend's name, one of your friend's name. For the other friend, you will create another variable. For 10 friends, you will create 10 strings, right? So instead of doing that, this array gives us a solution to store multiple values of single data type in a single variable. That too, these variables or these values are stored in the memory contiguously. That means they are stored continuously, one after the other, not like one is somewhere and other is somewhere. So if you want to access the elements also, it is very easy to access. So how are the elements stored? So the elements in an array are stored contiguously. So let's take an array of integers. So let's say this is an array of 6 elements. So we have the values. So let us take 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 10. So there are 6 elements in this array. So these are stored in the array continuously. So in the array, to access the element, we use something called index. So the index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the last element index is the length of the array minus 1. So this is basics of the array. So how do we find the maximum element in the array? So here I have two methods to find out maximum element. So the first method is we can iterate through each element in the array. So we will go through each element, and what we will do is we will take a max variable at the start and we will iterate through each element. If some element we find, so if for example if we find some element is greater than this max at certain point in the array, then we will update the max with that particular value and we will reach the end. So by the end we would be having the maximum value inside this array. So this is one solution, and the other solution is we have a built-in function in the arrays class in Java, so which is sort method. So this sort method will give us the values in the array in the ascending order. So what is ascending order? That is lower to highest values. So the last value will be the largest value. So after sorting, we can get the last value in that array. So this is another method. So there are various other methods also in Java. So I am going to tell you these two solutions. So do find out other methods also after this video. So let's write the code in Java. So I have already created the Java file. I have opened it, which is max in array. So in the main method, I will be writing the print statement and calling the function findMax, max of the array, right? So I have to declare an array. So let me write here array. So the basic syntax is, firstly the data type goes in, and these braces say that this is an array. So now goes the name of the array. So let me give ARR equals. So we can write the elements here. So let me give 10, 30, 25, 60 and 3. So this is just a sample array which I have taken, and I'll pass that array here. So in the array formation, the size is fixed. So that means we can't change the size of the array after its declaration. So here this is one kind of declaration of the array. In the other kind, what we do is, so here as we have written the elements directly, there we declare, so let me show you. So let it be array 2. So here we write new int, and here goes the size, so whatever size of the array is. So this is another type of declaration of the array. So these are two types, so I am going to use the first type. So now let us declare the function find max, static, and the return type is int find max, and inside goes the array. So here we have to give the data type of the array, which is int, and the array name, so let it be A. So now, so let me create the variable max here, and let me initialize the value of the max with the first element of the array, so which is A of 0. So why I have done this? So this would be reducing the this is very simple, right? So instead of taking some 0, I have taken directly the A of 0. So we don't need to iterate from the 0 index. Now we can iterate from the first index. So now for iterating, we use the for loop. So let me write the for loop, int I is equal to 1. So as I have already got the max value as 0, so I am going to iterate from 1 till the length of the array. So A dot length will get us the length of the array. So this is the function. And now I plus plus. So now what we have to check, if some value in the array at the index I is greater than max, then we have to update the max with the value of the array at that particular point. And finally, after the entire iteration, we need to return the max. That's it. So we have taken an array input, we have called this function, and here we have created the max variable, and we iterated through each element and updated the max. That's it. So I have opened the terminal. Now let's compile the file and now run it. So you can see what was the maximum element. It was 60, and I have got the output as 60. So this was the first method which I have told. So now let's do the second method. So let me comment out this whole part. So this part is enough. So the commenting in VS Code, we use Ctrl+/, which is a shortcut. So now what we have to do is we have to use the arrays class, which has the method called sort. So you can see I have got the sort. So here I am going to use a sort method, and we will pass the same array, which is A. And what we have to return? So we have to return the last element in that array. So I will return A dot A of, so what is the length, what is the last element index? It is A dot length minus 1. So it will be 1 less than the length, right? So let me run the file and check again. So I'll compile the file and now run it. So you can see I have got the same output. So in this way, also you have to import this arrays class, which this IDE has done for me. So this is the benefit of using an IDE. So IDE is an integrated development environment, which most of the programmers use to reduce the work and to write the codes efficiently. So this was how we write, how we find the maximum element in arrays. So these were the two methods. You can find out more methods yourself. So that's it for this video. Do follow the 100 Days of Coding Challenge by VCode. Thank you for watching.